the Watchers from the Void. For centuries, Earth had been watched, not by governments, not by curious travelers from other worlds, but by a race of intelligent beings from a distant star. These beings, known as the Vanix, had mastered the art of observation. Their ships, nearly invisible to human eyes, skimmed the atmosphere, always at a distance, but never too far. They had studied humanity since the dawn of civilization, fascinated by how a species so young could be so unpredictable. The Vanix lived among the stars in a realm beyond human comprehension, existing in the void between dimensions. They had perfected a technology so advanced that they could phase in and out of Earth's atmosphere, entering and exiting without leaving a trace. They never intervened, always staying hidden in the vastness of the cosmos. But every so often, a glimpse of them was caught by a human eye. Some would speak of strange lights in the sky, brilliant, otherworldly flashes that danced in the night. Others told of shadows moving across the surface of the ocean, vanishing before anyone could get a closer look. The most infamous of these sightings occurred near the Bermuda Triangle, an area where ships and planes had mysteriously disappeared for centuries. There, in the midnight hours, lights would emerge from the depths of the ocean, illuminating the water like a phantom glow. One night, near the shores of the Bermuda Triangle, a ship called the Pathfinder drifted through the calm waves. Captain Mark Morrow stood on the deck, watching the sky. The crew had long since grown accustomed to the strange occurrences in the area, but tonight felt different. A sense of unease lingered in the air, as if something were watching them from the shadows. The stars above twinkled with an eerie brightness, too bright to be natural. Mark's hand gripped the railing tighter. "Look!" a crew member shouted, pointing toward the horizon. Mark's eyes narrowed, his heart pounding in his chest. There, against the dark sky, was a series of lights, too perfect, too symmetrical. They hovered for a moment, silent and unmoving. Then, as if guided by some unseen hand, they dipped below the surface of the ocean, disappearing into the inky depths. "Prepare the searchlights," Mark commanded, but he knew deep down that there was no point. Whatever it was beyond their reach. His mind raced with questions, but there were no answers. Just a strange, gnawing feeling that they weren't alone in these waters. Mark remembered with a chill crawling down his spine how many stories of disappeared ships and planes he had heard all of his life, even the one written by Christopher Columbus himself about the same phenomenon he was witnessing right now. He felt a strange feeling of fear and a sense of destiny at the same time, something incomprehensible that felt good and bad all at once. Across the country, in the waters of the Great Lakes, similar phenomena were unfolding. Captain Isaac Wright of the Eagle's Eye, a cargo vessel, had experienced something he could not explain. The ship had been navigating the waters of Lake Michigan when the sky above turned an unnatural shade of purple. Isaac watched, transfixed, as a glowing orb appeared, hovering silently above the water. It was unlike anything he had ever seen, a sphere of light that flickered in and out of existence, vanishing and reappearing as if it were bending time itself. The crew was on edge, whispering among themselves about the lights, the strange weather patterns, and the whispers they had heard from old sailors about the Michigan lights. Most dismissed the stories as nothing more than myth, but Isaac felt an unsettling truth in his bones. Something wasn't right. Meanwhile, in New Jersey, a different crew was experiencing something equally strange. The New Horizon had docked in the bay, but its crew had been reporting sightings for weeks. Bright lights flashing in the distance, traveling across the sky at impossible speeds. They were even seen hovering over the ocean, just beyond the horizon, as if the lights were inspecting them. No one knew what to make of it, but the strange lights seemed to appear more frequently as the days went on. Back on the Pathfinder, Captain Mark stared into the abyss of the ocean, a sense of dread creeping over him. He had heard the old stories, whispers of a government cover-up, rumors of alien visitors, but he had never believed them. Until now. Whatever they were, these lights, these fleeting glimpses of something not human, were real, and they were watching. Suddenly, a sharp, low hum filled the air, vibrating through the ship. Mark's breath caught in his throat as a low, mechanical growl echoed from beneath the ocean. The water churned violently, and a massive shape rose from the depths. A ship, sleek and metallic, covered in iridescent patterns that shimmered under the moonlight. It was as if it had been waiting beneath the surface, watching for the right moment to rise. Mark ordered her crew to prepare for what was to come, but they knew there was no escape. The ship, though silent, exuded a power beyond comprehension, its presence overwhelming. He could feel the eyes of the Vanix upon him, cold and calculating, as they observed humanity with the same clinical detachment they had observed for centuries. In an instant, the ship vanished, just as quickly as it had appeared. The waters settled, and the stars above returned to their normal, distant glow. The Pathfinder's crew stood in stunned silence, unable to fully comprehend what had just transpired. But one thing was certain: they had witnessed something that no one could explain, a secret of the universe that had been watching them all along. And somewhere in the far reaches of space, the Vanix observed once more, their mission still ongoing, their presence a mystery yet to be unraveled.